Guten Tag, my name is DMAT, and welcome to the third and final part of my Sedgwick County Zoo trilogy. If you haven't seen part 1 or 2, go check it out. I'll be running a background check, so you better be honest. Okay, well, looks like the South American and Australian section is open, but I covered it in the last episode, so I'm not going to bore you. Okay, so you might actually want to see what's in here. Well, for one, we've got a southern cassowary right here. I'm only going to go over it briefly because I think I've done a lot more in previous videos, but I do like is that they're now incorporating the signs, which if you saw, looks like they're doing construction over there. So they might be upgrading it as well for the more off-season kind of stuff. So we'll see what's in here. Yeah, so last time we were here, I believe this area had a bunch of brush in it. Oh, there's I can barely see it. I'll zoom in as much as I can, but there's a maned wolf in there. But anyways, this area it had a lot of brush in it, and they actually got the help of the goats from the children's zoo to help clear it out. Looks like the maned wolf is walking. This is the most active I've seen the maned wolf. It almost looks like a mix between a hyena. The focus on this camera is off because of the mesh, but it almost looks like a mix between a hyena and a wolf and a fox and a deer. Such a unique animal. Now, while things aren't as green and you don't see as many animals, I still think that in the spring and as things are warming up, I think it's a real good time if you're in the Wichita area to see these kinds of habitats, because you know the ducks are out and the maned wolf was active, and those are trees. I thought that those were birds or some kind. I don't have my glasses on, but anyways, it's good to see these habitats as you know, you saw the wallaroos and the maned wolf, and they're more active. And you see these ducks right here. So, yeah, again, kind of going back to my central theme of biodiversity, kind of seeing the different waterfowl or animals as unique as a wallaroo, a cassowary, or a maned wolf. Yeah, and of course, if you want to see more lush or lively animals, I guess you could say, well, a lot more green and a lot more parrots, I want to say, because we'll go back and see this video. So I still think it's I think this habitat's under construction. I think they had an anteater in the past, so this habitat must be under construction, because I don't think that the fences are done, and they probably need a visual barrier as well. Kind of going back to biodiversity, this habitat is for an animal called a Chacoan peccary. And while peccaries look like they are pigs, they're actually not, because pigs are native. Well, pigs originate from Eurasia with wild boars and domestic pigs, but peccaries are native. There is a plane ruining my shot. Shame on you, plane. Quiet down your engines while I'm filming. They should know this. Anyways, peccaries are they're native to the Americas. So you have white-lipped peccaries, Chicoan peccaries, and collared peccaries throughout the southwest United States all the way down to South America. So, just unique animals that I don't think many people take too much thought to. Looks like they're doing a bit of construction. If you remember from the last video, this was the capybara habitat and some more aviary kind of area. So, yeah, maybe we'll be doing a day trip or two this summer when it really warms up. We'll see. Another thing that a lot of people don't consider is the idea of, like, speciation. Like, people look at this and they'll think, oh, zebra. Well, that's not, those aren't endangered. Well, these guys are actually Grevy's zebra, which are endangered. Now, a lot of people think of the plains zebra, but there are 3 species: plains, mountain, and Grevy's, and then a bunch of subspecies within those. So, yeah. And for those wondering, the main way to tell them apart is that a Grevy zebra stripes are a lot thinner, and they have those rounder ears. Whereas plain zebra will look more horse-like. They have thicker stripes that go towards their belly. Pop up a picture on screen. Okay, so I'm nearing the end of this trip. I'm heading for the chimp and orangutan habitat. Am I the only one who thinks that this aptly feels like a scene from Planet of the Apes? Look, a little cardinal. Or robin. I don't know, it's a mix of like reddish colored wall and the wood. Just some reason reminds me of Planet of the Apes, like the original one, the first one, not the Andy Serkis ones or the new one coming out. Let's go see some chimps and orangutans. And here's where I'm going to close it. Just one of the conservation boards showing the partners they work with and the different organizations they work with to protect animals in the field. And once, I'm going to say this one more time, bring it back to biodiversity. Have things like Armenian vipers, burrowing beetles, wildcat conservation, not focusing on specific species, just wildcats in general, avifauna. So you've got all these different ones that I don't really know what much to say, because I think it's awesome that they help work to protect all these different kinds of unique creatures that if you didn't go to a zoo or weren't actively searching out that kind of animal, you probably wouldn't know what they were. So yeah, I think that's a good closer for this episode. But with that, I think we're done here. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing to the channel, as well as following me on my other social media platforms. The link tree is in the description below. I thank you all for watching, and remember, always be prepared, do good daily, and love nature, for your life is a canvas, and you have the brush. Auf Wiedersehen!